The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game missing. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Throwing is Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 right at the 20. Now Wilson. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Sony Michel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. 6 yards. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch, go. Right. 4 down. Check.
First down, Rivers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big third down play there for the Jags. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got to double up. Switch.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Accelerating, and off he goes. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Rivers to throw it. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Hey, you got 3 down.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. It's complete. It's Miller. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And his guys will take over at at the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Wilson steps away. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Wilson now to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New York.
Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll get that to Michel, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Mike Popo. Silver.
Wilson will throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. You ain't going nowhere. 44's Mike.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Flushed out, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets will extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers steps away to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. The first down throw here for Rivers. He completes this into the hands of Miller. A gain of 6 there on first.
He will be ready. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we got 4 now.
To the air again here, Rivers. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Hey, watch number 5.
Rivers. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Defense wins championship. 12. 44.
On first down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wilson. Trying to improvise. Jones has it. Open space inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On second down, Rivers again. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Those chains. That's good for a and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. This is Miller, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rivers again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
19's me. 19's me. Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
25. We ain't giving up nothing today. Zoom. Hey, Mike 50. Go 14. Mike 50. I got one. Check it out.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Got it. Mike 50.
Wilson going to throw again. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Tight end right, 2-6. Hey, 4 down. Switch. Check. Check safety, check safety. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Look small.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rivers. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27, 30, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. It's extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. A first half update now from Philadelphia. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers completes it to Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Orbit. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, watch the screen.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. And it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Again, Wilson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down.
14.
To throw again is Wilson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Watch safety creep.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
At the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. You gonna see it.
From the gun, Rivers. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again. Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 17, the 40, the 30, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Going up top for Miller. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. Tight left, tight. Delta. 4 down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Alert. Jam. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. No, he's crashing. He's checking crash. Oh. Under 10. 10.
To throw again. Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bilal Nichols picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now Rivers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Rivers to throw for it on fourth. And my goodness, another interception. Julian Love picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
14. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm trying to truck.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Steps away to his left. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Let's bring it.
Here's Wilson to throw again. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Shut. Shut. Go. Big stop. Let's go. Off. Hey, check. Put him in.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Got a man. It's Brown. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
50 seconds to Mike. I'm coming.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Buying time to his left. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it'll bring up third down.
Go now. Henry. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Pop. Go. 57's the neutral. Y'all not ready.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 16. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
3 down.
To throw, Rivers. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves...
And now here is another interception. Julian Love picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Now he's flushed out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Get him.
Bridgewater being chased out left. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by one more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rivers. He completes it to Westbrook. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A gain of 15 yards.
82. He likes to sneak out left. Watch 82. Single, single. Let's single the slot. Single the slot. Check, 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 check. Check that set.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Next to score, Jets 56. Jaguars 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Set the tone. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 57.
Bridgewater down. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Going deep for Diggs. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
You don't want no problems
He
with
was
me.
taken down by Chandler Jones. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard
Everyone got
line.
four down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A 2-yard loss on the play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down.
Out. 3 down.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective. They had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You're going to have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we could see this thing pile up as we go on.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he'll get that to Michel, complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go. 44 is the mic.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Taken down at the 41.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on fourth down, but they're going once more. On fourth down, Rivers. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Rush in.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
To the air again here, Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. And the Jets have got it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 19. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I didn't know my everybody drop when I drop. Yeah, shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great color coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dot. Just know your spot, sure don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning.